and welcome to the first edition of Pipe Smoking with Colonel Calabash. Now, obviously, my name is not Colonel Calabash. It's not the one Mom and Dad gave me anyway, but it's the one we'll use for the show. The format of this show is going to be very casual. Nothing fancy, just hopefully good information about pipe smoking, tobaccos, things you need if you're going to be a pipe smoker. We'll occasionally pass along a funny story or a joke about pipe smoking, but overall it'll be information that hopefully will help either the new pipe smoker or maybe even the seasoned pipe smoker. We're going to do a few episodes, and if they seem to be accepted well, we will continue and do other episodes on different aspects of pipe smoking. Feel free, in fact, we ask for you to make comments, suggestions. Hopefully they're good, but we'll accept whatever you hand out. If you have questions to ask those questions. We might even devote a whole show just to the one question that you ask. If we grow, and hopefully we will, I think maybe we can get some sponsors for the show. And that's good because we could, for instance, get better equipment and things like that. Now let's go to one of the first subjects that I want to talk about. Facebook pipe pages. There are many great pipe sites on Facebook. Some of them are kind of elite. Some of them are just everyday pipe sites. They talk about different things also, but sometimes it's just a conversation between the members of that particular pipe club. New pipers, we are going to try our best to give you some of the good tips if you are a new piper. Let's face it, you don't just pick up a pipe, stuff it full of tobacco, and light it. Pipe smoking is an art, and that is the first thing you need to remember if you're going to smoke a pipe. It is an art, and you have to acquire the skills to do it correctly. Now, one thing we're going to start talking about today is utility pipes. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard of that term, and in fact, I may be one of the first people that ever coined that phrase of utility pipes. It's best to describe a utility pipe with a little story. You're out in your front yard, you're mowing your yard, and you have your favorite Peterson that you're smoking while mowing the yard. First of all, that's a no-no, but you're going along and you hit a bump, and guess where your precious Peterson just went? That's right, hit one under the mower deck. And mower decks are not very forgiving of pipes, so guess what? Your Peterson is now ruined. Let's take another thing. You're out in your workshop and you're going to sharpen those same mower blades that was on the mower that you ruined the Peterson with. Okay, you're over there at your little grinder and you're smoking your favorite Praben Homes, and all of a sudden you kind of get caught on that grinder that you're sharpening the blade with, and your Praben Homes falls down and hits the grinder wheel. I don't have to tell you what the outcome would be. So that brings us to the utility pipes. If you're outside working, or in the shop working, anywhere, or you're doing something that could cause a disaster with a pipe, you need a utility pipe. What's a utility pipe? Well, it's hard to define, but basically, it's an inexpensive pipe, still one that smokes good, but not a $3 or $4 or $100 pipe. Maybe it's a $25 pipe. Those are the pipes that you take outside while you're working so that if something happens, you didn't lose the Peterson or the Praven homes or several number of expensive pipes. Now, I realize that the term expensive pipe means different things to different people. I'm cheap. Anything over $50 is not a cheap pipe to me, but to others it would be 100 or 200. You have to make that decision on what's cheap and what's not. But for the utility pipe needs, try to find something that's not expensive, but yet smokes good. Now, here again, talking about smoking pipes outside, let's also talk about wind caps. If you're not familiar with the term wind caps, it's one of several different types of things that you fit over the bowl, and it does what it says it sounds like it would do. It keeps the wind out of your bowl. These are great, especially if you're outside and on a windy day. Now, they do have their drawbacks because most of them, in order to light that pipe, you're going to have to either open it up or take off the wind cap, and of course that depends on which kind you've got. Hey, it's a small price to pay for not burning out the bowl in your pipe. One thing you'll notice about pipe smokers, in most cases, they are willing to help the new pipe smoker or maybe someone that's been smoking for years but doesn't have exactly all of the information that they need. I started smoking a pipe in 1967. Well, I ended up in the Aleutian Islands in the Air Force, and I met a gentleman over there, and he'd been smoking a pipe for a while. And that one gentleman gave me information about pipes and tobacco that I never dreamed of. So talk to other pipe smokers, read what other pipe smokers have to say, and hopefully you'll get some good ideas from this show, and we can help the new pipe smoker and the old pipe smoker. This is the opening edition of this show. It's not quite as long as maybe the others will be. This was just to give you an idea of what we will be doing and what we will be discussing in order to help the pipe smoker and get him on the right track, or just discuss in general. There's nothing like discussing the fact that what you thought was a kind of tobacco is in fact only the way that it's cured. And I did that, I'll admit it. There was one type of tobacco that I thought was a special tobacco that was grown, and then all of a sudden one day I found out, well, that's not a special kind of tobacco. It's simply how they cure it. And those are things that we'll be talking about here, and we do hope that you will enjoy it, that you will give us suggestions, because trust me, even though I've smoked a pipe for soon be 52 years, I still don't know it all. And I'm not sure anybody knows it all about pipe smoking. Thanks for tuning in to Pipe Smoking with Colonel Calabash. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. All these episodes will be put there, and they're put there so you can listen to them at any time. Thanks again, and happy pipe smoking.